Welcome to another video. This is going to be white to move, mate in 2. So I want you to, you pause the screen, look at it, and see if you can find the next right move for white. And I'm going to give you the solution now. This is white to move, mate in 2. Pause the screen if you don't want to see the first move, because here it comes. Queen comes up, puts the king in check. He's only got one move. There's only one place he can go. There he goes. All right. Now it's going to be white to move, mate in 1. What is the next right move for white that checkmates the black king? Pause the screen if you want to look at it. Otherwise, I'm going to give you the answer now. Here it comes. Queen comes up, checkmate. So let's go back. So here it is. You see, if the queen were to come down here and say check, this rook can take the queen. And if the queen were to come here, then the king can come here. And then if she were to move back, let's say then she moves back here to put him in check, then he can just go here. And if he's here and she goes here, then he can block with the knight. That's why this is the first best move, because now, let's use red. He is unable to go to that square, and he can't go to this one or this one, and he can't take the queen. So he has to go here. And from there, that's when you say checkmate. Okay, now let's go to the next puzzle. Okay, now this is also white to move. It's another mate in 2. Okay? And so your job is to figure out what is white's first move. Pause the screen if you want to think about it. Otherwise, I'm going to give you the first move. Here it comes. Rook says check. All right, now, what is black's response? Takes the rook. Okay, now it's white to move, mate in 1. Pause the screen if you want to see if you can figure it out. Otherwise, I'm going to give you the answer. Here it comes, white to move, mate in 1. Queen comes up and says checkmate. Now, right at the beginning of this, you see the king is here. This is the one you're trying to capture. It's white to mate in 2. And you see, you look around at your pieces. You see you've got queen, bishop, rook. You've got a pawn here. Got another rook over here. But especially you've got these pieces. And when you see the queen and the bishop all lined up on this diagonal, you know you've got to get this rook out of the way. And so temptation might be to say, look, I just got to get my rook out of the way. Does it even matter which way he goes? I mean, why can't I just take that knight, and then when he recaptures, I just bring the queen down? What's the problem? Well, let's look and see what happens. If you do take, now of course if the king takes, then yes, mate in 2. But if the king doesn't take and the rook takes, look what happens. Your king is in check, and now you can't come down and say checkmate because you've got to deal with this check. That's why it's not the best move to take that knight with the rook. The best move is to swing over here. Let him take with the knight, and then you bring the queen down. Mate in 2. All right, well, those are 2 interesting puzzles I wanted you to see. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.